Hello, and welcome to another meeting of the Lotus Council. So what we have is the sealed commander deck from the set booster box. So I really like using the set boosters to build commander decks and brawl decks and oathbreaker decks. Haven't tried a sealed event yet with set boosters. Might try that at another date. I did try and draft with the kids. You can't really draft set boosters. That list card makes it a little bit too hard to make sure that everybody gets it. Has the same amount of cards going into things. And so I had to do some creative shuffling with like, okay, well, I'm taking this and you're not getting a card, so I'm going to give you like the last card pick. Didn't really work well. Anyway, let's talk about this commander deck though. So this is Cormela, Glamour Thief. It is a 2/4 with haste, where 1 and tap to add blue, black, red. You can only spend that mana for instant and sorcery speeds, and when it dies, you get a return up to 1 target instant or sorcery from graveyard to the hand. So fairly low CMC for this set so far. So let's talk about those instant and sorceries. We got things like Murder, destroy target creature. Out of the Way, where return target non-land permanent to an opponent's hand. An opponent controls to its owner's hand. Costs 2 less for a green permanent, so just 2, and you get a draw card. Really great. Got the Charms. I love Charms. Incriminate. This is actually a lot more damaging than people really give it credit for. So you choose 2 target creatures controlled by the same player, and they have to sacrifice one of them. So let's say your opponent has 2 bombs. Pick the 2. They got to get rid of one of them. Gets around indestructible, hexproof, stuff like that, because, well, not hexproof because you can't target, but, you know, it gets around some of those other things, and really, really fun. I love this card. Whack. It's targeting a white creature, it's 3 less. Target creature gets -4 till end of turn. Grisly Sigil. So this has got Casualty, which is a really, really, really great mechanic that I love. So sacrifice a creature of 1. Power, toughness, and you get to essentially copy the spell. So you do it 1 time and deal 1 damage to it and gain 1 life, but since it's already been dealt non-combat damage this turn, when you have copied the spell and done it again, you're doing another 3 and gaining another 3 life. For single mana and just a 1/1 creature, a lot of value there. Extract the Truth. So exiling Fatal Grudge, sacrificing to destroy, or not necessarily destroy, they're really choosing a permanent they control that shares a type with the sacrifice permanent, and they have to sacrifice it. So you get rid of your 1/1s and you sacrifice it with this, they have to sacrifice a creature too. Then you draw a card. Really great card. Rooftop Nuisance, another casualty card. Tapping target creature doesn't untap during the next turn, and you get a draw card. Strangle. Then one of my list cards, Remorseless Punishment. Yeah. So basically 2 rounds of they're going to lose 5 life unless they discard 2 cards or sack a creature or a planeswalker. Yeah, really good. Corpse Explosion, I like this one too. This is... you exile a creature card from your graveyard and deal damage equal to the power to each creature in each planeswalker. You got something beefy in your graveyard, you can do a little bit of a wiping. So, nice board wipe. So, Sleep with the Fishes. So basically, tapping down a creature and getting a 1/1 blue fish creature token that can't be blocked. That's fun. Witness Protection, making that legitimate business person that people laugh about. Make Disappear, Disdainful Stroke, an offer you can't refuse. And then some of the more other utility spells, we got Fake Your Own Death, making a creature bigger, and when it dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control tapped, and make a treasure token. Not bad. Dig Up the Body, mill 2 cards, return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Casualty 1, you repeat it again. Might be okay in Commander. It's not really great and limited in my experience. You're just a little bit too limited on your options there. Tainted Indulgence. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card unless there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard, which is why filling it with your by self-milling is a good idea. We got a little chat. Look at top 2 cards, one in hand, other at bottom of the library, casualty 1, repeat the process, case the joint, draw 2 cards, and then look at the top card of each player's library. Great card. Slip out back, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, phases out. Antagonize, big score, really great for getting treasure as well as drawing cards. Involuntary employment, join the Maestros. Casualty 2, basically making 2 4/3 Black Ogre War creature tokens. And then cut your losses. So Casualty 2 allows you to basically repeat the spell, but target player mills half their library, rounded down. Oh yeah, that's really great. I love mill effects. Rogue's Gallery. For each color, return up to 1 target creature of that color from a graveyard to your hand. So basically, you have to have different colors. The creatures, Public Enemy. Yeah. Sticky Fingers. Then we got Threefold Signal. When it enters the battlefield, scry 3. Each spell you cast that's exactly 3 colors has Replicate 3. Or when you cast it, you pay 3. And then you can copy it. So since we're doing like a little bit of a Spellslinger deck here with Cormela, that's a pretty good one to include. Got pretty lucky to pull that in the Commander booster slot. We got Gilded Pin-Ons to basically create a treasure token and have a flying creature. Arc Spitter, that's a fun one. Then we got our creatures. We got Corpse Appraiser, Glamorous Outlaw, Maestro Diabolist, Evelyn the Covetous, Reservoir Kraken. It's got Ward on it. I love Ward. We got Mari the Killing Quill, Undercover Operative, All-Seeing Arbiter, Devilish Valet. Yeah, I like that one. Shadow of Mortality. If you've been taking damage, gets cheaper to cast. And with Commander having a lot larger of a life pool, if you're already down 13 life, you're still in decent shape. You know, you're at 27. This is 2 black mana for a 7/7 creature. Mayhem Patrol giving you a nice sack outlet with Blitz. Hypnotic Grifter, Expendable Lackey, Backstreet Bruiser. We got our Suspicious Bookcase, Scuttling Butler, Chrome Cat, a Forge Boss, which is great because whenever you sacrifice 1 or more other creatures, it deals 2 damage to each opponent, but it only triggers once per turn. Not quite as good as Mayhem Devil. I love Mayhem Devil. Then we got Body Dropper. I love this card. This is a great one. I want to build a popper deck basically centered around this and trying to get this out and get it doing things. Okay, so why is that? Whenever you sacrifice another creature, you put a +1/+1 counter on Body Dropper, and it's got the attached sack outlet. So black and red, sacrifice another creature, and it gains Menace. So not only is it getting bigger, it's getting a little bit of evasion to it. Really, really great card. Got Syndicate Infiltrator, again, caring about what's in your graveyard for some of that self-mill. Tavern Swindler, Cutthroat Contender, Nightclubber, Crooked Custodian, Vampire Scriver, and then Corrupt Court Official. This is a great one. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card. 2 for a 1/1 where they're discarding, and then giving me a body for my Body Dropper to sack. And then you can get it back and repeat the process. So not too bad, because it doesn't say non-land or anything like that, or non-creature. They have to discard a card. So pretty good. Then we got Midnight Assassin, Maestro Initiate, Goldhound, which people are kind of split on this card because it is a 1/1 with First Strike and Menace, but you can tap to sacrifice it to add 1 mana of any color, which, why are we sacrificing our puppers? We shouldn't be. Glittering Stockpile. You've heard me geek out about this card. I think this card is being overlooked. If you're running red, you should be running this in your Commander deck because of what it does. Yes, it's not that 50%, but you get a payoff later on, especially late game. So if you get this out early, you're going to be using it a lot. Then you're going to have that payoff. Okay, mana base. Xander's Lounge. Of course, we need the Triome. We've got Riveter's Outlook, Maestro Theater, Obscura Storefront. We've got Tramway Station, Waterfront District, and then the basic lands. So, well, hopefully this was an enjoyable video for you. If you're looking for cards, maybe you want to build a deck like this yourself, go check out our friends over at Geekified. You can find them at geekifiediowa.com. And we want to thank you for spending time with us. If you're interested in joining us for the next meeting, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification, and join us on our Discord. So, again, we want to thank you for spending some time with us, and that is all we have for today. So our meeting is now adjourned, but we hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.